olives and
From Italy. They're from Italy, them ones.
the pointy ones are for Italy?
Pointy ones from Italy, definitely.
Then there are Greek olives.
Oh, yes, I know these, yes.
Olives.
Yes, Portuguese.
Olive oils.
Oh, this is, yes, olive oils. Make a mess on vision board, but okay.
I love olives. And the last olive, the 10th olive.
Olives without the stone and make a holes inside. We can put the anchovies, we can put the peppers, are very lovely.
Yes, put anything in the olives. Sometimes, and bear with me, okay? Sometimes I'll take one olive and I'll stuff it in another olive.
Oh, this is ingenious, Bob. You take one olive, you stuff in other olive. You know what I do with olives?
There are some countries where that's not legal to do. So don't.
Okay. A good traveling tip there, Bob. Not only did you come up with 10 olives, more or less, but gave us some good travel tips. Do not go to the countries where you're not allowed to stuff your olives inside each other. Excellent. Okay, those are some short scenes. Listen, we're going to not take a break, but if you need to stretch, audience, we're about the halfway point. Stretch, get some water. And I'm going to remind you while we're here. The other thing you can do while I'm reminding you, start typing. We're going to need for our next thing some radio shows you've never heard. Or podcasts, radio shows, things you'd like to see or do here on the radio. There's so many on XM and everything, so many crazy ones. So something you've never heard of. We're also going to need, coming up in a few minutes, some unusual characters from fiction or history or the future. But the idea is they don't want to be living now. So either the future or the past, non-living, fictional. So think about that. In the meantime, I just want to remind you that we are here to use those links, Venmo, Zazu Productions, or PayPal, zazuproductions@gmail.com. Because we're raising money for Johns Hopkins Emergency COVID-19 Fund, helping with supplies, materials, research, anything they need to keep families safe, because they just have a lot more needs right now. Don't you agree, Natasha? Natasha, what do you say about that?
100%, 50 plus 50, 100%. We need all the money, all the joy, all the
Exactly, because they've been doing this since, what year did they start doing this, Natasha? It's a quick quiz.
Probably not this year.
No, you're right, 1926. They have been focused on working with kids. Plus, they've got that Johns Hopkins name as well. So two great things, working with kids and Johns Hopkins. Francine works with these folks. She knows these folks, and they are very deserving because they are continuing to do everything they do for kids while trying to keep everyone safe from COVID-19. Surgeries, appointments, emergency, they are there, so you need to be there for them. Okay, we're going to continue here with a radio station game. In this case, I have a little radio sound you're going to hear.
It doesn't.
And that's the sound when I'm adjusting the radio. And for those of you who remember old-fashioned radios, turning the dial, that's what we're going to pretend we're doing. We're going to be switching the radio dial. So I need some radio station ideas. I see animal. So I see animal radio. So who would like to be animal? Who likes out of all those animals? I see Francine's an animal radio person. Just shut up. I think I'm not sure if Craig is saying he likes our special effects or he wants a special effects radio. So who could be special effects radio? Bob, of course. I need Mars Opera on Mars. So I would say sort of an Elon Musky SpaceX opera channel. Who can do that for me? Come on. You're the same. Lisa, does that mean yes? Yeah, Lisa's going for it. Thank you. We have Opera on Mars. We've got 1,001 ways to use the color white. 1,001 ways. Natasha's all over that. And a podcast on smiling. Sounds like something. Me. That's Nikki. And who doesn't have something here? Okay, I need one more radio idea. Let's see. We've got radio. Well, let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to see. Well, you know what? Why not? Oh wait, I got a new message. Arctic rock.
Radio orbit.
Arctic, no, I like Arctic rock, cold rock. I don't know what that means. Frozen rock and roll music. Arctic.
Okay.
He said Arctic, but I'm assuming it's Arctic. So, you know, just to make it easier on you, you could do either like, you could do Antarctica or Arctic. You could go either way with that one, okay? Okay, great. We're going to get started, and we will do this in a numerical order just to make it easy on people in their brains every time I switch. So we will be starting with number 1, who is Nikki, and we will, every time you hear the radio sound, we will switch. So as soon as you hear the radio sound, you can start. Take it away.
I'm so pleased that you joined me today on my Smiling podcast, because I'm not a fan of smiling. That's why I'm a podcaster and not a TV presenter. In fact, it's quite painful to even consider this action. But I have here today with me my friend and long-term colleague who's going to talk to us about how to smile during a podcast and how to smile.
Rock and roll! Woo! Just frigid to the bone. Welcome, audience, from WKRF. Taken to you from Antarctica, where I play for the Penguins. And the poor little Minkies, they had to give up their life for this. But we are going to tune in now to Penguin Chicken Egg, live right now. Turn up those dials.
That was Opportunity Opera from WMARS, Opera Mars. Thanks for joining us, little space cadets. Glad you're here. Glad you're following us. One day you too can grow up and sing opera on Mars. The Spirit Opera is up next. We've got footage from the Red Planet.
And now a word from our sponsor. Alpo has just come out with the best new dog food. It's got crunchy cheese in it. It's delicious. Doggies, you will love it. Okay, and now we have a request from Fluffy Poo. Fluffy Poo.
Here we are in Special Effects Radio, where 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you hear nothing but special sound effects. We got the scratching on the mic. We got the crumpling paper. We got the crumpling paper, and we got the...
David, yeah, welcome to the White Noise channel. This is anything you could do with the color white. Let's not get political. So we have plenty of ideas coming up for you within the next hour. One of them includes, how much whipped cream do you need to put on your cat so it's completely white? All the answers here.
Just two.
Because I'm happy. Smile.
Oh, okay, folks, we've lost our heat here, but that's okay, because with rock and roll, we can just do our own heat. It's brought to you by
Opportunity. How much is that dog in the window?
Yep, so Greenland is another example of an extreme but artistic use of the best color on the spectrum. You are listening to White Noise. You can find us also on www.ffff for our hexcolor.com.
I think that's excellent job. I could have watched that Arctic rock and roll and, oh my God, all the things to do with the color right. Thank you so much, radio folks, and for your suggestions. Let's see, we have some unusual characters from history or who are preferably dead. I have someone who's Alexander Hamilton. So who wants to be Alexander Hamilton for me? Oh, come on. Someone's got to be.
Oh, I'll be Alexander
Thank
Hamilton.
you. That's nice. Who else? I need some other people from history. Pee Wee Herman, I don't know. Is technically still alive. Attila the Hun is dead. Who would like to be Attila the Hun? Come on. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Attila the Hun. The wife of the captain of the Titanic. Who's the wife of the captain of the Titanic for me? Okay, Francine's hand went up first. Mr. Big. Whatever Mr. Big means to you. Who wants to be Mr. Big? Thank you, Lisa. And that leaves, I think, just Nikki with Abraham Lincoln.
I don't have something.
You don't know who Abraham? Nikki is from the UK.
Hello, Austin.
What?
Austin has just joined us, look.
Oh, hello. Actually, though, we probably want you to.
I want to trade. I don't want to be. I want to be Abraham Lincoln now.
You do. Okay, who were you?
Who got the hat?
You do. Who are you, Bob?
I was Alexander Hamilton.
So, Nikki, can you be Alexander Hamilton?
Absolutely. I can definitely be Alexander Hamilton.
Yes. I thought that was perfect. He came from a British colony. Okay, so
I need someone.
Oh, you didn't get somebody?
I didn't get anybody.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let's see. I need one more person. I have
Who's
not.
the wife of the captain of the Titanic?
So Natasha, you have to be
Marilyn
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh yeah, dead ringer. Cool.
Yeah, that's. I always think of Marilyn Monroe when I see you on the Zoom call. So that's great. Let's do that. Great. So here's the thing. These folks are here. We have this great panel assembled here. We have Marilyn Monroe. We have Abraham Lincoln. We have the wife of the captain of the Titanic. We have Alexander Hamilton. We have Mr. Big. And Michelle, who are you again?
Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hun. Sorry, I knew you were wearing that Attila the Hun hat. So great, folks. If you have questions for these people, if you have questions for our panel of great guests, please tell us your questions. I'll start out with a question here. Let's start with, this is a question for everyone, but we'll start with Abraham Lincoln and get everyone's opinion on this. What do you think, Abraham Lincoln, of the state of the country today, based on what you see here? What's your take on the state of the country?
Thank you for your question. I'm very pleased to be here to answer that. I have never seen the country this divided. It concerns me that we won't wear masks. I think everyone needs to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask myself because I'm president of the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hold on. I want to get everyone's opinion on that. Marilyn, what do you think of the state of the country?
Well, like I always like to say, a state is never a country to begin with. So why are we talking about it?
Oh my God. Okay. We're getting a lot of questions coming in. We won't have time, so let's get to them right away. What was the best thing about living during your time period, Attila the Hun?
I eat meat. I have O positive blood. I am the original blood for all you that have come after me. I ravage and rage. I take what
Okay, calm down, Attila, calm down. Alexander Hamilton, what was the best part about living during your time period?
Well, gee, living in my time period, that meant I could experience being a lawyer, and I could make laws and go to court, and I could do stuff to people without their permission.
Okay, Mr. Big, what was the best thing? What's the best thing about the way your time period, whenever you were living, Mr. Big?
Oh, well, I was living yesterday, so my favorite thing was just like people's big love and big friendliness and big caring for each other.
What happened, just out of curiosity, since obviously you're dead now because we're only having dead people, what happened yesterday and that you were, if you're at liberty to tell us?
I stepped in a hole. It was a big hole.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, these questions are just coming in. The what do they type?
Sir,
Yes. Go ahead.
you know, my husband was the captain of the Titanic, and I want
Yes.
to tell you that the best thing during my life was that the biggest and most beautiful ship ever made was the Titanic. And I want to tell you, all the luxuries on that ship were just wonderful to experience. You know, the tea and crumpets were delicious. And
Well, hold on. Let me just not interrupt. But what do you do now that your husband died and whatnot? What do you do in your spare time?
oh, well, in my spare time, I just take cruises around the world because I want to be close to him because he's somewhere at the bottom of the ocean.
Bob, excuse me, excuse me, not Alex, Abe Lincoln. God, it's hard to keep the politicians separate. What do you do in your spare time?
Oh, well, I used to like the theater,
Yeah.
but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
So now I kind of stay home, Netflix, chill, that kind of thing.
Oh, Attila, what do you do in your spare time?
I go out and forage and take feathers to keep my head warm. I get things to put on my body. I make fire.
Alexander Hamilton, what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I have a dream that I would like to be in Hollywood. And I'm just drawing Hollywood there. So that's my interpretation of Hollywood. And if I'm not there already, maybe I can go there in my dream and I can carve myself in with those other guys.
Okay, and Mr. Big, real quick, what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I walk around in my Croc shoes and I hand out winning lottery numbers.
Okay, Marilyn, last question for you. What do you do now in your spare time?
Oh, I don't date anymore.
Okay. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
I would love to stay here. I would love to stay here all night, but we are running out of time, so we got to move on. Thank you, our great panel of experts. Thank you for answering questions. We'll do an after party when you can ask some of your questions that we didn't get answered, or just actually, if you will donate with your donation, send in your question, we will get your questions answered. Thank you so much. Okay, we only have one last thing. We're running out of time. I want to, I need a country, just any country in the world that you like. And we're going to go back through the chat here. Harshing My Mellow was liked. So I need a country. What do you do in your spare time? I'm just looking. We are going to show you a foreign film from Iceland. Excellent. So this is a foreign film we've got from Iceland. We're so lucky. We can just finish up. We want to, we get extra money for Johns Hopkins by showing this clip from this Icelandic film. Of course, unfortunately, it's only in Icelandic. Luckily, we have Natasha and Michelle in our cast, minored in Icelandic language when they were at the University of Tampa. So they're going to, we won't see them, but they will be translating this film clip. So we're going to run this film clip, and it's actually from the Icelandic film called Harshing My Mellow. I don't know what that means. It must be an Icelandic thing. So let's see if we can run that film, and Natasha and Michelle will dub it for us into English. Okay, wait, it takes a minute to get this. Let's see if we can get the, let me work the controls here.
Oh, Mishka Neloshka, you have gotten into the perm conditioning again, my love. I love to touch it.
You just don't love me anymore. I thought you loved me for me. Oh.
You know I love you as much as I love raw salty shark. You are my favorite little delicacy. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, and you are my little mushka dumpling with raw fish. Oh, let me feed you like mama to bird.
Oh, feed me more. More shark, more shark, more shark. You have shark in your pocket. Stuff it in my face. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Okay.
I sound Russian because I came from Russia, but I'm here now with you forever and ever.
but we originate from Russia, the Ruskies. But my heart, your heart, we're one and the same. And I have a honey-do list for you.
Oh, show me your honey-do list. I will do it. What?
Oh, yes.
Change
Yes,
my
darling.
underwear? What is this?
It is what you need to do. I need window in my igloo.
This is highly offensive to me and probably all of Iceland. I don't know if you and your shark are enough to keep me anymore. I rip up your...
But what about our babies? You can't leave me alone with my little children.
Show me the baby again. Let me decide.
And little Bobby Jr., he is ill. Look at him. He needs father's love.
Oh, no.
Okay, oh my God. We don't have, unfortunately, we're out of time. We don't have time to see how that film ends. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. I know you're going to want to rush out to your theaters and see Harshing My Mellow, the great, and find out how it ends. But before you do that, you want to go to Venmo, Zazu Productions, or PayPal, zazuproductions@gmail.com. You want to give your money to the Johns Hopkins Emergency COVID-19 Fund for Johns Hopkins in St. Pete. That money goes to a good cause. You've already heard what they're doing to keep everyone safe. And if you want to send us separate emails to Zazu and there's something you want us to do for you to give some more money, we will definitely do that. We're just going to end. I'm so remiss, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to give you the moral of that story, which, by the way, was don't judge a chicken because he crossed the continent to get to the other side. So listen, let's just wave goodbye to our cast. I want to thank you all for being here. Say goodbye to our cast. And again, please donate, Bye Cast, join with us and donate to Johns Hopkins. Wait a minute, you know what? I just had an idea. I've got a button here that turns on all the cameras. You know what? What do you think our cast, I've always wanted to know, what do they do after a show? I'm going to turn on the cameras and see what they do. Let's take a look. Oh my God. Wait a minute. What's going on there? Wait a minute. What? Oh my, wait a minute. Oh, I guess we should never, that just shows the rule. Never look at your cast. Oh my God, after the show. Okay, thank you all for being here. You know what I'm going to try to do actually for all of you? Let me see. Can I unmute? I'm going to unmute everyone's mics if you want to say goodbye. Let's see if that works.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Yes, I'm going to try to unmute everyone. If you want to say goodbye, unmute yourself and say goodbye, and thank you for being with us.
Bye-bye.
Good job.
Bye. Great job.
Awesome.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Is anybody there?
I am.
I
I
removed.
am.
I removed all the attendees who were not us.
No, there's one extra. It says 8, Francine.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, Randy iPad is
Oh,
one of
yeah,
them.
that's my iPad.
Yeah,
I'll leave that.
I think we're the only ones now.
It's just me on my iPad.
We could have gone a little longer.
What?
I said we could have gone just a little bit longer, no?
Well,
I don't know if people,
Good stopping place.
I just don't know if people want to get off at 7 and don't want it to, like, my wife and I were having this discussion and we said, well, look, when we go to a play and it starts 10 minutes late, they don't just end 10 minutes early, like say, we just can't present the end of it because we planned on ending. But she felt like on Zoom calls, people really like expect it to be over when it's over, no matter what.
yeah.
And so all I did was really cut. We got everything in. I let the film run a little long, and it's a 7:03 when it ended, so we're only 3 minutes long, which was good because we probably wasted 8 minutes futzing around with stuff. And the panel of experts could have gone because we had some really good questions. What is